Still see mostly clear skies. That's not going to help us out any. All that sunshine we've been dealing with day after day after day, well, it's still sticking around, at least for a little bit longer out there. A bit closer to home, things are, well, looking very similar to what we've seen for the past week or so now. We really haven't had much active weather. Still waiting to pull in any of those clouds, the rain chances into this forecast. But here's the thing. We actually do have a chance to see some change, and this is the first little sign of what's to come. We have a high wind warning that's in effect for Culberson County, Guadalupe Mountains. That's what they're looking at. It's for tomorrow, though, until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So why are we looking at that? Well, current winds, not too bad. We're seeing 18-mile-per-hour winds there in the past, more like 5 to 10 across most of the rest of the basin. Certainly not the sort of gusts that we've been dealing with earlier this week. And, well, even our gusts aren't too bad. We're seeing some of those 20s up to 29 miles per hour in the Guadalupe Pass. But those are all reasonable numbers. So why do we have that high wind warning? And, well, what about some rain chances in the forecast? We're talking about those too, and that comes around tomorrow morning. That's when we'll see that chance for some of those showers and storms down around I-10. Rest of the viewing area is still staying fairly dry and pretty clear out there, but we will start to pick up a little bit more cloud cover, some more of that rainfall, at least for a little while, and then it's gone. It's not anything that's going to stick around for too long, but still, at least it's a bit of active weather in the forecast. The rest of the day, Thursday into Friday, still staying fairly clear and dry. So what is the deal with all this change? Well, this is something that we've been waiting on for a good long while now. There's been a front that's just been sitting off to our north. It's basically been a stationary front, now transitioning back into a cold front, and it's finally arriving for us. We're starting to see that drifting down to the south, and once that finally does pass through, we're going to have some really big changes in the forecast. We're talking about some cooler temperatures out there, chance to actually feel like fall once we make our way into Thursday, so we just got to hold off a little bit longer before we finally start to see some of those cooler temperatures. Now, unfortunately, this front not necessarily going to bring the sort of rain chances we might be hoping for, but at least we do get a couple of those showers down along I-10. It's something to look forward to, for some of us at least, but currently those temperatures have just been absolutely nuts. Still more of those 90s, and that's what we're seeing right now at this hour. We're still in the lower 90s there. Wink, Odessa, Midland, Big Spring, all sitting at those low to mid 90s out there. This is some more record heat in the forecast. We set another one. The former high temperature for this day in history was only 90 degrees back in the 1930s. That's how long that record stood, from 1936 until today. Now we've blown right past that. We're up to 93, and this makes it 4 of the past 5 days where we've set a record out there. We saw this start all the way back on Saturday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, record. Yesterday, we got a little bit of a break, and now another record today. So this has just been absolutely ridiculous, but finally a chance that we might say so long to those sort of hot temperatures that we've been stuck with for the past week or so, and it all begins overnight tonight. Those temperatures taking a bit of a nosedive down into the 50s and 60s tomorrow morning, and by tomorrow afternoon, this is all we're looking at for highs, low to mid 70s out there. A huge change, about 20 degrees cooler than where we are today, and this happens in just a 24-hour time span. So this is the sort of big change we've been waiting on, and Friday morning certainly looking like fall out there. Those lows dropping down into the 40s. That's something we haven't seen for a good long while, but this is the beginning of that change that's just been waiting to see. Day after day, all of that heat finally comes to a close, and it all starts tomorrow. That's when we'll see that high drop down to the 70s. We stay in the 70s for Friday. This weekend starts to warm up a little bit. We level off into the low to mid 80s there Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Start to pick up some cloud cover towards the start of next week, but hey, at least those temperatures don't go too far off the rails. You can see they drop right back down by the middle of the upcoming work week, back down to 80 degrees on Wednesday. No more of those record highs, at least not in this 7-day forecast. So hey, hope you've been ready for fall and been waiting on it, because it looks like it's finally about to arrive.